What's going on, Lake Pro Tackle fam? I've had a lot of questions asking me about Studio Composite compatibility with Bates reels, Lew's, Shimano, Daiwa. Let me break it down for you in this video here. So Studio Composite, they are handmade replacement handles out of Japan. These are really awesome handles in terms of just the build quality, the overall smoothness, the fishability. Everything about them is very high end. I absolutely love this model here in particular. This is the EX Plus version of the handles. Now, what's different about these from some of the other ones and other handles on the market is that these use a little bit thicker handle overall, as well as the oversized knobs here. So if you're swim baiting or you're throwing some high impact baits, such as like jigs or anything like that, you're able to get a good grip on the handle overall. So these use carbon. These are basically full carbon, double supported bearings. These are really neat as well because you can customize your different colors. You can customize the overall length. The knobs are really neat. You're able to buy replacement attachment points for different size knobs. We will be getting the Power Finesse knobs, which are a little bit thinner and made for some more of your more, I guess, finesse style presentation. So these are great for high impact swim baits, jigs, Carolina rigs, anything that has a lot of torque and power on your reel. Now, for compatibility wise, they make these here. These are the Daiwa Abu using an 8x5 millimeter hole. Very similar to something like a Gomexis or any other replacement handle out there. Each reel themselves utilize possibly a different shaft as well as different mounting hardware. So Bates is probably one of the most asked reels about when people switch handles from Studio Composite to whatever they want to put their reel on. So for the Bates reels, the Lew's, the Abu Garcias, the Daiwas, these all use 8x5. Now, Shimano's are a little bit different. They use 7x4 and 8x5. 7x4 will fit your 200 and down, and 8x5 are going to fit your 300 and up. So your Calcutta, your Tranxes, 300, 400s, those are going to take 8x5. But for the purpose of this video here, we're going to take this Bates Hundo, which is technically a 100 size reel, not really made for the EX Pluses here, but we're going to show you how to install this if you did want to do that. Now, this handle here is, I believe, the 92. Yeah, I chose the 92, which is actually just a hair bit bigger than the standard Bates handle here. So this is a 90, this is a 92. These Studio Composites come in a wide range of lengths as well as colors, so make sure to check those out on the website. I know a lot of the Shimano are out of stock when this video is going to go live, but we've got more coming in. So what I've done already is taken out this locking bolt essentially for the Hundo, and most of the Baits actually use this similar locking bolt here. So this is actually going to be kind of a back end method on actually putting this on here. So Studio Composite does make a nut very similar to this here, and if you have a Zillion or you have a Steez, you're going to need to get the Type C bolt 2, and we've got some coming in our next order with those Shimano handles that uses a bolt instead of a regular nut that you find on most reels. So the Studio Composite will come with 2 nuts for left hand and right hand, and then you're also going to get 2 spacers. This goes on the back of the reel handle here. It just seats in right like that, and that's going to distribute the torque a lot better across the whole handle. This is used actually to get the caps off, so if you want to change the cap colors or anything, stick that in there, pop them off, and you're able to do that as well. So really neat stuff. Let's go ahead and kind of break this down for you. So on the reel itself, on the stack, you're going to have the spring, you're going to have a spacer washer, then you're going to have your handle, and then everything is going to lock in with this bolt type locking mechanism here, and it's got a little gasket on there to help when you tighten it down, it's not going to come off. So now that everything's off, really the only thing you have to do, if you want to keep the spring on, you can. The spring helps just a little bit maintaining some of that extra torque when you lock everything down. I'm going to use this box here to help hold everything for me. I've got my 5mm plate, and I'm going to set that right on top here. try to hold it down in line the best I can. Take my handle, try to line it up. Everything kind of moves around. It's easier to do not on camera, like I said, but bear with me. Just gotta squish it on there. There we go. And all we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this little locking nut, bolt, whatever you want to call it, stick it on and in that hole, and we're gonna tighten it down. It's a cluster of hands and everything like that, so this might look real janky on camera, but that's all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock this one down. Again, this is kind of more the back end. The Type C bolt that comes with the Studio Composite ones, or not comes with it, but you can buy separately, is actually going to fit this hole a little bit better, distributing some of the weight. But if you can't wait to install this, you can always do it this way as well. That nut, that bolt nut that comes with the baits won't fill up that hole entirely like these would here. But if you can't wait and you want to order a Studio Composite handle to go on your baits, hundo, OG, salty hundo, anything like that, this is how you can replace it. Very, very solid. I didn't tighten it down all the way, but you definitely can do that on your own. Very, very neat stuff. Actually, this might be a good reuse of some of the parts that come in the baits. Let me show you this real quick. Get everything off one more time. You can probably actually reuse the spacer, and I think it looks like it fits almost perfectly. Would you look at that? That actually fits almost perfect, and that would be more secure than what we just did. That is perfect, actually. Look at that. That little spacer fits perfectly right inside that hole for the original bolt. So if you don't want to buy a separate bolt, you can do that. Check that out, y'all. I think you can see that. Yeah, perfectly right in there, and fully functional reel. Reuse some of the parts. Got just a handle left. If you want to purchase this bad boy, lakeprotackle.com. It's going to be a demo listing also in the description, so check that out. We're learning. This was a video, an impromptu video, actually. Had a lot of questions on it. So if you want to get a left-handed 8-speed hundo with a Studio Composite 92mm handle, this thing is ultralight, y'all. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this was a little impromptu how-to-do video to replace the original baits handle with the Studio Composite EX Plus handle. So very, very cool stuff. If you want to purchase this reel and handle online at lakeprotackle.com, it'll be under a demo listing, so make sure to check that out. First one to gets it gets it. Very cool stuff. We will discount it just a little bit because it was used in a video here. The parts aren't pristine, y'all. It's pretty dang pristine, so don't worry about it. Check it out online, lakeprotackle.com. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. See you guys.